You guys can.
All right, guys. Out of Space Games here. We're playing Stay Away, which is a deception game, kind of based around The Thing, but skinned with like a Cthulhu theme on it.
So we're a group of explorers, basically responding to or exploring strange coordinates in the middle of the Atlantic, and we're kind of stranded on this island. We stumbled across something, we're not sure what it is, and it's slowly taking things over.
So we have a nice box here. It's got a nice kind of a linen finish to it. Nice artwork, but we're going to cover that up with our draw pile. So the game has a pretty basic turn sequence. You draw, and then you bring that card into your hand. You either play or discard, and then you exchange with the player to your left. By exchanging is how the thing can infect more people. And the thing is the only player that is allowed to exchange infected cards.
We'll have an overview up to kind of detailing the gameplay a little better. I would also like to note that this was a Kickstarter game, so you got it, a couple?
I got it around like Halloween. Yeah, we've had it for a little bit. And we've played it a few times. We haven't been able to get a clean video out yet, though. Just to note real quick, adjacent means people to your left and to your right. Not kitty corner, not diagonal. With four of us, it should be pretty simple. We ran into issues when we got to 6 and 8 players. One cool thing about this game, it does play up to 12 players, so you can play it with a large group.
And it scales up too. The setup's not really bad, but you do set up the deck differently based on how many players are playing. So
let's introduce each other.
Yep, I'm Jared.
I'm Dean.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Jay.
All right, who would like to go first?
I have a Cthulhu shirt, so
Why don't you go first?
okay.
All right.
So you always draw. And you can play or discard. Early on in the game, I think I'll play a card. This is called Suspicious. I get to look at one random card from an adjacent player's hand. I'll be exchanging with Sean, so I'll find out pretty soon. I think Jared's probably a good call here. Now, after a card is played, or if you discard it, it actually goes face down, so you don't reveal what you discard. So I get to look at a random card from
So you
Jared's
are
hand.
going to... I thought you said Sean.
Well,
He trusts me. He doesn't
No,
trust
I
me.
exchange with him at the end of the turn.
So you're going to
so
see anyways.
Okay, and at the end of the turn, you exchange a card of your choice with the person to your left. All right, Sean's turn. Now you'll notice this has a different back on it. It's a panic card.
So instead of drawing a stay away card and keeping it, I play this immediately and do whatever it says on the card. So it says 3/4, better lock your door. All barred door cards are in play are discarded. That are in play. So we don't have any barred door cards because this is only the second turn. So this just goes like that. But I still have to exchange with the next person, so I will exchange with Dean.
That was pretty quick, Dean. You were all ready.
Suspicious.
I bet you I know what card he was exchanging.
So the panic was referring to a barred door card. There's a few cards that set up barriers between players, so they either can't exchange, or you can put a player in quarantine if you suspect them, or
if you want to protect them.
Yeah.
Like if you know where the thing is, you could try to protect a human with it.
Right.
So the object of the humans, try to figure out who the thing is, and then use a flamethrower to burn
Roast
them
them.
out. Yeah.
That's my dog off camera. Hopefully he'll calm down.
He might be the thing. I remember in the movies, the dogs were always like the originator.
Alright, it's my turn then. I'm going to draw. And then I'm gonna discard. Now I have to exchange with Jared.
I will play Resolute, which allows me to draw 3 stay away cards. I choose one to keep and I discard the others. Since the panic is on the top, it immediately gets discarded. And I draw 3 stay away.
Still a panic. Panics are interesting because they force action. Sometimes you have to switch seats. Sometimes you're forced to reveal certain things from your hand, or they can be pretty chaotic. It's an interesting dynamic, and it forces the action. So,
Sometimes if you have a strategy plan, it throws it off.
Alright, so I'm panicking. Round and round. At the same time, all players must give 1 card to the player next to them in the current direction of play, which is clockwise, ignoring any bar, door, or quarantine, which there are none. You cannot use any card to prevent this exchange. The thing, however, can infect another player by passing an infected card. And important to note, my turn ends at this, so there is no additional exchange phase. So everyone passes 1 card to the left.
There's a lot of cards that do very similar things, and we find that we pass them back and forth a lot.
Well, they're not that powerful. They're pretty specific. What it allows you to do basically change places. And that's more useful later on in the game if you know who's a thing, or maybe you're the thing trying to infect someone. But early on in the game, it doesn't really make sense to play it. There are other cards that do better things, like Resolute that Jared played, or I played the Suspicion card and stuff like that. So it gets passed around a lot, and that's why we're laughing.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm infecting him or anything.
Whatever. Alright. You still have to switch with me?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. So that the turn ends, so you panic now.
Play a panic again.
So, panic. Blind date. Swap a card from your hand for the one on top of the deck, discarding any panic cards drawn. Your turn ends. So,
Again, no swap.
That down. Yep.
and then...
So basically, Dean will get to see whatever.
Yeah, Sean discarded.
No,
Swap. Well, I guess that's right.
Like that?
Yeah.
Alright.
It should be simultaneous, but...
Oh,
yeah.
fine.
Well, your sleight of hand can switch out. What? I'm a thing now?
There are some variants of the game where you...
Did you swap?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
Where no one starts as the thing, and it's dealt into the deck. We'll probably give that a try some point. I think it adds another dimension. My one dog is really upset that he doesn't get to play.
Discarded twice. So now you exchange?
Right?
Yep.
It's Jay's turn.
If you've seen our previous videos, my light is still not fixed. If you haven't seen my previous videos, go watch the videos to find out what I'm talking about. I almost broke another one today with my head.
Maybe we should get different lights.
They're a little low hanging.
Alright. I will draw. And... I'll discard. Alright.
My turn. I will draw. Let's go this one.
Still not played a card this whole game.
One sweat. Not anything good. It's the same.
Nor do I.
Yeah, it's the same thing that we keep passing around.
Why do you have your cards out like that?
He's for the camera.
I think I can end it. I don't know what. I think I know what Sean is. I think I know what.
Alright, I'm going to play Seduction. So I'm going to swap a card with any player of my choice which is not in quarantine. And then my turn ends. I'm going to swap with Sean.
Alright. Is it random?
No.
No,
it's a
it's
swap.
It's a swap.
So instead of swapping with me.
Alright.
Again.
All the players are now infected. I was the thing. I infected Dean on our first swap. I infected Jay on our second swap. And then I just force infected.
Jared got really lucky. I was dealt 3 infected cards right off the bat. And then...
Yeah. So you should have played.
So here is the thing card. Like I said, it's got the Cthulhu face on it. I added the idea of what card Jay has in his hand. As an infected, we can also use flamethrowers.
Yeah. So I was gonna burn Sean. On his
Yeah.
turn.
But once I had the guys on my outsides, I knew that I wasn't really threatened by Sean, and I did have a no barbecue in my hand as well, which kind of protects me from the flamethrowers. So I was in a good spot real quick.
I did see you're infected off the first suspicion, but
Right.
you could be dealt that,
Yeah.
so there's no way to know if you're the thing.
I wasn't quite sure which one you drew when I brought it back to my hand. I'm pretty sure he either saw the thing or the infected. I got lucky that he only drew the infected. Did you have the flamethrower the whole game?
Yeah.
So you could, if you would have seen the thing, you
Started with these.
could have burned me right away.
I was hoarding these actually so that people couldn't use it
Yeah.
against him.
So with 4 players, it's kind of a quick game. Obviously, the more players you play with, it builds in time.
Yeah, but I think we can get another game in, kind of show you
Yeah.
things.
Why don't we?
We'll play with that variant.
We'll play with the thing in the deck. So really, the only thing we have to do is pull out the panic cards. So we're actually going to play where we're just going to shuffle out all the cards. So someone may be dealt the thing, or the thing may be in the draw pile. Either way.
Now once you draw it, then do the thing.
Yep. So it might take a little longer, but at least we're. Yeah, we'll see how it changes the gameplay. Hey Jared, you should probably go first since you.
Yeah, I can go first. Do we want to show our viewers our hands? We can flip the screen real quick so we can't see, and we can do a quick flash to the camera, so they might know.
Have a really good hand. You can see it's basically like win on turn 1.
And this is what I was dealt. La 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 la. Alright.
So now you can see maybe part of the strategy that goes into the game. If one of us is the thing, maybe we're all humans and we're just gonna wait for one of us to be infected.
So something they didn't know I did. I shuffled actually a second thing card into it. So I don't think that actually.
No, I don't think there's a second thing card in the deck.
Go ahead.
All right. Oh, I see Jay loaded the deck, so the top card is the thing. No, just...
So, a big problem we've had in trying to, I guess, teach us new players, the infected cards don't do the greatest job of letting you know what you can do with them. The game kind of breaks down if a player other than the thing passes an infected card.
Because then you have no idea who the thing is, and you might think you're infected when really you're not. The other point that we have is people not knowing what the word adjacent means and trying to play cards on a player that is not adjacent to them, thus giving away their strategy.
I think that's just for special people.
Yeah.
It may be.
I mean,
just for special.
but the infected thing, what's difficult about it, you can't ask. Like,
right. Are you sure you're the thing? It's really strange when you're the thing and you haven't infected anybody yet, and they give you a card, and then it's like, I know you're not the thing, but I can't tell you that you're not the thing. All right, so I'm gonna play Suspicious, and I'm gonna look at one random card from Dean's hand. And by the way, I think this card sort of looks like the actor of Charlie from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah,
I've been trying to think of what it is for like every time we've played it, and now I finally figured out.
Either that or the guy from Community with a beard.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I think it looks like a guy from Ralphie from Sopranos.
All right, so we're looking at a very like
So it looks like
common person.
So the art's kind of quirky.
Yeah.
It is.
I can't straight up hate it because I'm the one that hates on the art
Well,
of a lot of games.
this card in particular, it's more like a Photoshop.
Yeah.
yeah.
They stretched his face out, and some of them are more hand drawn.
So yeah,
One of the Kickstarter goals was, or not goals, but levels was you could actually get your face in the game. So there are a few. I think of the infected cards that have people's actual faces that are then infected. All right, so I've looked at Dean's hand or card.
All right, I'm gonna make you trade with him instead.
try it with me. All right.
Hey man.
Oh.
Well, of course. Oh, actually, I get rid of both of them. That's good. So let me read the full card.
Okay, yeah.
Excuse me. So I get to exchange, and I get to draw a replacement stay away card. Because you always have 4 cards in your hand.
Okay, so you draw one, but then you would pull the next one would be a panic.
I draw a replacement stay away card.
But you discard.
Yeah, so you would discard that one, or that one would get played. Oh, okay. No, I get you. Yep, you're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I was confused.
So I don't know. Maybe I just infected.
Yeah, you may have just totally
I
thrown
could've.
a big.
Well, Jared has been the thing last 2 times I played.
I've been the thing 3 out of 5 times now.
But it did get me out of the panic.
Yep.
Which is kind of what
I like the panic cards though.
But for first turn.
But yeah, first turn you're like, I want to see some cards.
Alright, so draw. This is a terrible hand. Okay. We'll discard.
Okay. So since he drew a panic.
Oh no, he didn't
I
draw a
didn't.
panic.
Oh, he didn't. Oh yeah.
So we'll switch.
So we still have to switch. Oh. All right. So I will draw.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know. Because the thing
Yeah, it would.
pretty be buried.
I'm gonna play Seduction, so I can swap a card with
Hmm.
any player of my choice who is not in quarantine. Since this guy's untrustworthy, I'm gonna swap with him.
So why would you swap with him?
What?
He's untrustworthy.
Switch card.
Yeah,
Swap the card.
Swap.
And then your
it's an
turn ends.
exchange.
Yeah.
So I will play no thanks, and I will refuse your card exchange offer, in which I get to draw a replacement stay away card.
Alright, so it's Dean's turn.
Now it's my turn.
Wait, do I switch with Dean though?
No, because that
Because
was
it said your
Oh,
turn
no.
ends.
Alright, play Resolute. So I'll draw 3 stay away cards.
I think if you draw the thing when you're playing this, that's the card you have to keep.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Otherwise, it's going to take
Well,
forever to someone
yeah,
to be
yeah.
infected or become the thing. Unless
So-
Sean's already the thing, which I think he is.
Nope. Oh no. Whoops.
'cause-
So when one of our failed attempts at recording, we had one player who would basically play according to how ugly the characters
This
on the
guy's
cards.
so ugly.
I'm gonna trade that with you.
Is that Sarah?
No.
So you gotta play a card. Or discard, which you probably will since that's all you do.
Wait.
Yeah, because he's got 5.
Yeah.
Because you draw
Oh, yeah,
discard
you're
2.
right.
But
I'll play Suspicious. With a guy that looks like everyone, apparently.
basic.
He's a basic dude.
Alright.
Basic white dude.
Get a card or Jay's.
Does it say adjacent?
Jason, I didn't read the word. Alright, then Jared's.
Why are you suspecting me?
Because you're the most suspicious person other than Jared.
No, I refuse to exchange, so I have not been tainted.
Or
That's exactly what you would say if you were
if you were tainted. If you were born tainted.
Sean's the one seducing people over here.
I know,
With like a transvestite.
but you like it and you're confused.
Well.
Alright, so it's the end of my
Alright.
turn.
So we exchange.
Yep.
What was that facial tick he just had there?
I don't know. Maybe I got a flamethrower. Kind of cool.
Maybe you got that card that swap with
Yeah, Jay, you ready for that card?
Yeah, I get the cancel.
I will play Resolute.
Okay.
Draw 3, stay away. Choose one. My wife's doing. Ooh, I got 4.
top one was.
Yeah, that's right. Good. Sean's got a panic on this one. So it's nice for a social deduction game. I think it plays very fast.
It's easy to pick up.
And basically, unless you're burning everyone up with flamethrowers, there's no player elimination until the end of the game. Not sure about the theme though. Oh, you ready to swap?
Yeah, I've gone through pretty much everything I can in my hand. Really, Jay?
What did you expect? Alright. Yeah. That's really good. Alright, Sean.
Alright, so I have Panic. 3-4. Better lock your door. All barred door cards.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
That you got
I want to read it out.
Does anyone have a barred door? I'm curious.
You'll never know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Why
just
try
not
to-
sure because
Why
I
are you
haven't
trying to look
seen
at our
one.
hands, Jared?
I've never had one
Why
in my
trying to
hand
cheat?
when
Jared?
that card has been drawn.
Jared,
So I wasn't sure if it was maybe just like a glitch in the game.
Somebody
No, I
would
have-
say.
Okay.
I've had one.
Jared.
Alright.
All right, has anyone ever had a barred door in their hand
Oh,
when
yeah.
it was?
Both games
Played.
actually.
We had to swap.
Oh,
not in
no,
play.
because I had a Panic.
I don't feel like we really quarantine or
No.
door. I don't
So
know.
I don't swap, right?
No, you do swap. You just don't. You don't get to play a card or discard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the panic is your play.
Alright.
Now it's my turn.
There we go. Yeah, we got You can pick which card you want to exchange. Of course, Dean discards another card.
Well, these are all pretty much the same. Did not put this.
Alright, I'm gonna look at one random card from Jay's hand.
You don't look at Sean's hand, pretend he's adjacent.
I can pretend, but
So it's either thing.
he wasn't on that pull.
You're awfully quiet over there, Jay.
I know.
I'm trying to think.
Jared is he's the most suspicious when he's quiet.
I think I'll swap places with Sean.
Alright.
Which then skips Sean's turn. That's kind of one of the weird things about this game. When you swap places, since your turn carries with you, Sean now loses his turn.
And then I swap with Dean.
Now it's my turn.
And Sean's gonna have no. Jay's gonna have a panic in his turn. I think I saw a little pink in there.
Since you guys keep whining about me not playing cards, swap places with an adjacent player who is not in quarantine. So, I'll swap with Jay.
What?
Oh, that's weird. Alright. So then Jay's turn. Jay's gonna play again.
Jay's gonna flamethrower you.
Yeah.
You're gonna be dead.
I don't want to be near Jared.
Why don't you want to be near me?
Because you're always the thing.
Alright, so now we swap.
So now, yeah, Dean and Jay swap to end your turn. bet you I know what card it is.
So I would like to play this game. I've had nothing but panic and getting my turn skipped.
Darn.
Buttheads.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, he's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He has to exchange with me.
Yeah, that was awfully fast, Jared.
Well,
Well, the thing is, it's either it's an infected card or it's that same card.
yeah,
Always
exactly.
around.
Because nobody wants that
It's like
card.
a cannon fodder that nobody wants.
No thanks.
Oh, alright. I don't know about that.
Draw a placement card. All right.
Oh. I'm gonna play basic white dude and look at one of Sean's cards.
Alright.
Basically, what I do with the beard.
With a beard.
With the beard.
Okay.
Sean, guess what? You get to play.
No, now we have to exchange stuff, and then he gets to play a panic.
No.
Hit you guys. Hit you guys.
Hey, Jared shuffled this time.
Alright.
I loaded. No. Oh yeah, I did shuffle.
Forgetful. Discard 3 cards from your hand and draw 3 new stay away cards, discarding any panic cards drawn. Alright, so draw 3.
Discard.
Discard 3.
Discard 3, then draw 3.
Okay. Discard 3. Draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Put that one back. Do I do anything else?
Maybe you still exchange with Dean.
Alright.
I thought it was gonna be over. That's why I played what I did.
Alright, it's my turn. Alright, I'll play Suspicious. Look at one of Jay's cards.
Strings?
Yeah,
Did you just exchange the card that you just looked at?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's what you always do.
Yeah.
Okay. Draw.
So my thing about this variant is that we don't know that someone is the thing, or one that
Yeah,
someone
because it could
thing,
be still buried.
or they could already do it. So
Well, we've gone through the deck already once, right?
Yeah, we have.
Oh yeah.
We have.
So somebody.
Someone
has
is
that.
at this point.
I started over there and then I moved.
and then you moved, and I just
So I think we've all swapped with everyone.
except for
I know.
Jared has
I'm gonna swap with places with any player of my choice who's not in quarantine. I'm gonna swap with Sean.
Alright.
I don't want to do any more cards. And it's gonna skip your turn, Sean.
So I don't think I played any
The
cards.
subtitle of this game is called Sean Doesn't Get to Play.
Sean does not get to play.
Alright, and now Dean and I exchange cards.
Oh, thanks.
Cancel. Nope. You played the wrong card.
Oh,
Oh.
shoot.
That's a exchange.
Oh, wait.
price.
Nope. Sorry. You're right. Fine. Then I will do this one.
The thing again wins. Everyone is infected.
Yeah.
So can I play this at any time?
No, only on your
On
turn.
your turn. They say it's
So
your
I
action.
would have won the next one if you
No.
did.
Yeah,
I had no barbecue.
yeah.
And Jay did.
I have two. I could have burned you. Actually, right after we swapped and ended it. I thought Jared had one too. I thought you were already infected.
Mhm.
Actually, that's why I didn't.
Mhm.
I get to play the game.
That's something we can talk about. And you can imagine with 12 people, if they're swapping places, I mean, one swap like that, and you could be sitting there for 10 minutes without being able to do anything. So,
but I think with more people, it can get even...
It gets crazier because you don't know what's going on. The infected really have to work as a team to pass things.
I think with less people, it's easier for the thing to win.
Yeah.
Especially if you start with an infected.
Right.
Well, especially with 4, he's adjacent to 2 people already, so
right.
he's already gonna.
And then once I get Jay, then it's even teams.
Right. And now he had to do one place over, and he won in the next move.
So we'll probably shoot another video with more players, so you can see different maybe strategies and gameplay. One thing you'll notice, we haven't used any. Are there any quarantine? I haven't seen quarantine ones.
No.
With 4-player game, there are barred doors. Maybe only one.
Here's just a look at some of the cards that we. So there's
We'll get some close-ups up for you too.
Yeah, here's one called Whiskey, which allows you to show everyone your cards. You cannot show anyone your cards during the game unless a card tells you you can. So this allows you to prove that you're a human.
Yeah.
We have an Axe, which allows you to remove a barred door. Here's one of the infected cards.
Let's find that barred door because it seems.
Yeah.
No, there was one.
There is one barred door in a 4-player game.
Yeah. Like I said, we'll show close up of the cards, but in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a number. Basically, if you're setting up the game, if there's 4 players, you use all the cards at 4 and less. 5 players, every card with the number 5 and less. I guess we had an extra flamethrower in this one.
Oh, whoops! I missed it when I was making the deck.
But
and this Jared unfortunately has not seen the John Carpenter classic, The Thing from 1982.
Again, I'm missing out on these movies.
One of the quintessential sci-fi horror films, and this game is that movie almost. And
basically, so
like if this had that license, I think the Kickstarter would have gone through the roof. But I don't know what they had to go through and any trouble they had, or even if they tried to go for the license. But this, if you like that movie at all, this is
a great game for you.
Yeah, this is a great game. It captures that kind of suspicion and trying to figure out who's infected and who's not, and basically you're trying to read each other. So it really could have used that license.
Yeah, I feel like in the 4-player game, there's not quite enough of variety of cards in it. I feel like there's, I guess looking at the deck right now, there's tons of infected. And if you're not the Thing, infected cards are basically dead cards. Mm-hmm. They don't help you at all. You want to discard them, or else someone might see them and think you're the Thing.
Or if like me, you started out with 3 of them, and then you never got to play, so I couldn't even discard them.
And I think having the remove barred doors is kind of a waste of a panic.
Right, which is kind of what I was bringing up earlier.
Yeah, there's only one. So we'll definitely. I want to shoot or just play with more players.
Yeah, with the big one.
The experience is just.
Talk about it on a podcast or something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, and check out our other videos on YouTube, Out of Space Games.
All right. Ciao.